Welcome to the city of Townsville, folks. Wolf 190D here, back after quite a little bit of a break, actually. Um, hmm. Okay. All right. I have to. Where are my controls? I've been casting around for some other things during the intermission, but let's see if I can't remember where I was and what I was about. We have a basket build shop. I think we had survived our first winter, and we're starting to get this project on the road here with this city that we're calling Townsville. Actually, it was a randomly generated name. It was complete coincidence, but if you do remember the Powerpuff Girls, great. So, hopefully everybody's doing well today, and enjoy the show, I suppose. Let me see here. Where was I? I think it was at Button Bush. Oh, yeah, that's just a resource. All right, so let me see here. What did I have for building projects? We got a cobbler shop and a basket shop. We got our storehouses. Okay, so buildings, resources and storage. We're okay on food. Our labor pool. Yes, okay. Missing resource, meat and fish. Okay, so we got a couple of fishing shacks. Where are we fishing? All the way out there. Oh boy. Where are the deer? The deer seem to have up and gone away. Alright. Let's redefine the work area. We'll put these guys over here as well. And yeah, as far as settlement builders are concerned, this one's been really actually good. Reason for my delay in broadcasting has been mainly. Let's go ahead and upgrade that town center. It's mainly because Civ 7 came out recently, and I'm a longtime fan and supporter of the Civilization series. Still, probably the best one was probably 4 or 5, though. You know, Civ 6 had its unique aspects, and I might go ahead and try to do one with the Civilization series as well. So I don't know if you're into Civilization and that kind of stuff. Be on the lookout for that. I also watched Vikings recently and started farting around a little bit with Thrones of Britannia, the Total War saga. Which, in my honest opinion, can I call it professional? In my honest opinion, though, um, Rome 2 is still probably by far the best of the Total War series. So, you know, we do have that kind of stuff to contend with. Let's go ahead and build site. Let's go ahead and prioritize that. Get all hands on deck for upgrading the town center. We got a clay pit over here with 1,600 clay. That's not a lot. Though, 1,600 clay lasts a very long time. We got our tannery right there. And a lot of these buildings, like the tannery, and I mean historically tanneries never were in the middle of town. They were always well past the outskirts. For various reasons, the tanning process actually is quite smelly. Now let's go ahead and put the firewood cutter back to work. Okay, so let me see here. We've got a bunch of housing. We are going to want to start looking at crops fairly soon. And that actually is going to be another concern, is once we get the crops going, we're going to want to build one of these little compost yards. So yay, we've achieved tier 2. Which, let's see here, amenities, services. Do we need a graveyard yet? At some point, we're gonna build that graveyard. I think the first thing I really want to do is the schoolhouse. So let's see here. Go ahead and mark out some more housing. Mark out some more housing. Not all of it is going to be reached yet. And actually, let's see here. Some of that might even be not well placed. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and mix that. No, don't enable construction, mix it. Medium garden build site. Okay. Is that Alfarius? Alfarius, how's it going there, buddy? I just noticed that you're messaging. It's going good, man. How are you? Shaking off the rust a little bit. Civ 7 launched recently, so I've been messing with that pretty hard. Oh, good to hear that you're doing well. Oh, we got a wagon shop. I don't think we need the wagon shop just yet. We're moving into fall, though. Now, the thing about fields, you have to keep in mind the thing about fields is that they're very labor intensive. However, ultimately they are worth it. Okay, so the trade post, I think actually can almost get away with doing the trade post right there, just like that. I mean, I know I say get away with, but I don't want to do it like that. I want to do it like that. Let's put that right there, because trade posts become very important, especially getting into tier 2 and forever onward. Actually, trade posts are very, very important. Did I build an herbalist? Yeah. No, that's a hunter's cabin. Oh, that's a forager shack. That's why the forager was over there. Good grief. So let's see here. We got 2 months of food with 1 month coming up for spoilage. And I'm going to put this right here. Yeah, the city of Townsville. It's well, the town of Townsville right now. It's growing. I just feel like doing something mellow for the time being, you know, give people a little bit of mix. I do play a lot of different things, but most of mine are centered around death, destruction, mayhem, you know, that kind of stuff. go ahead and open these houses up too. We can go ahead and finish them off. We got a well with some gardens around it. That's always nice. People like gardens. Plus, it's a really efficient way to get your yeah. I do need to update my schedule. That's my bad. So, you know, like I said, I've been overly concerned, I think, with where do I want to go next. So I don't know. Maybe this will just be an intermittent thing. We'll have to. I'll have to play it by ear for the time being. Oh no, let me see. This is my industrial quarter, manufactories, and all that other good stuff. Inventory, no storage. There we go. 204 on the Willow. Pastor shop and the cobbler shop. The cobbler is, I think, going to be more important. Though both of them actually are really important. So let's go ahead and open up production on those. My labor pool is at 17. Well, thanks, Alfarius. It is good to be back. I know I started to feel like, man, I really need to get back and do something, but I needed a little bit of time. You know, we all need a little bit of a vacation. And the barracks. I am going to want to start really considering a barracks here at some point soon. Because when the raiders start to come, it gets really interesting. Especially if you don't have a standing army. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my defenses off of the pond here. So that way, you know, and this is me logically thinking. Yeah, we all do. Logically thinking for me is to have access to fresh water in the event or case of a siege. So glad you're understanding, Alfarius. So, let's see. Making planks. 4, that's probably good for now. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of moving in that direction next, though not right yet. Let me see here. Actually, let's leave the stones on there just in case there are any stones. I'm going to go ahead and clear cut this entire section of trees. And we can start really considering those walls. Though here we are coming into wintertime, so fields are going to become a little iffy at the moment. But I think I got a good starting point right out here. And then I really want to start looking at getting some animals going. Oh, there they are too. We've got merchants. This is a problem, especially if they've got see cows and goats on Trader 1. Oh man, and I'm missing it. I'm totally missing it. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do then. This is what kind of compost yard. There it is, right there. Okay. I like to have chickens because they're very easy to maintain. So I'm gonna put a chicken coop, and I'm also going to put a goat barn, and I'm just gonna stick them right here for now. And then I'll relocate them later. Oh, canals. That would be an actually really interesting feature. Like like for irrigation especially, that would be really cool. It's not there yet. Right now, it's this one's still in early access as of right now. So, maybe if down the road they decide to go live, it'll help with certain things. But I think I do believe the developers pay attention to guys like us. We streamers. Yeah, so canals could be like I said, that could actually be really cool. I don't know if they're going to go there with it or not, though. That again, it would be a really neat thing. Space engineers. Possibly, it's probably come across like my Discovery feed and stuff like that, so it's probable. Though it's not ringing a bell right now. Um, Let me see here. What do I have that I can trade? I've got some tools in storage, but I don't want to sell any of that. Baskets. I only got one basket left, so I need to get my basket weavers going. Let's go ahead and hold construction on that last little garden there. I mean, if it's a builder, I really do like builders. Obviously, here I am running this right now. So yeah. If I do this, if I build this road across here, that gives me one slot across the back of that. I could put, in theory, I could put a string of gardens there. That would be nice. Or I could actually put a plaza back there. That could be really nice too. Yeah, if I build a plaza back there, then it kind of gives me like, then I could put like an academic center. And here we are back into winter. Good, we've got 6 months of food saved up. That's awesome. Moving out there. What do we on anyway? What year is it? Space engineers. And I have been known to really enjoy some of those spacey type games too, so. Oh no, none of my blueberries are on harvest. No, a couple of them aren't. Okay, so let's prioritize and prioritize. Let's go ahead and knock those out. Actually, let's not prioritize the goat barn just yet. I'll take it. It's up for consideration. And so space engineers. I'll have to remember that. And hopefully everybody's warm. Everybody's hunkering down. And we got that. Let me see here. That's the hunter's cabin. Forager shack. Yeah, we're over there on that. That's good. Okay, so when the weather breaks, I'm going to want my forager to come up here, grab willow, grab medicinal roots. Medicinal roots and herbs actually are very, very important too. That's another building actually. Resources, the soap maker. is another very, very important building. I'm gonna have to wait for the weather to break. Gotta pay attention to the weather, gang. People go outside. Sometimes they die from it. Sometimes infants die from exposure inside the house. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna go ahead and start figuring out how I want to set up my my farming district. And let me see here. Ouch, dude. -5? Hopefully that's Fahrenheit and not centigrade. Okay, so let me see. If I'm going to build my farming district over there, or do I want to build my farms over here? See, for me, farm placement ultimately is not a big deal because I've figured out a really neat trick for crop rotation and stuff like that. So farming isn't actually, like, as long as you don't start off on a really crap plot, it's really hard not to get. Oh man. Yeah, if it was centigrade, you'd be pretty bad off, I guess. But when I was growing up, we used to have fires every winter, so you know. Man, I loved cutting my own firewood. That was always a lot of fun. Yeah, it was work, but hey, wise men say the man that cuts his own firewood is warmed twice by it. So I need to figure out my farm plot. I don't want to do this. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that compost heap over near the farm. That's going to fertilize it. And then what I do is I actually rotate my fields between chicken coops. And I'll actually work two chicken coops, and then, yeah, the warmth helps the sore muscles from the work. Yeah. And it's good, clean, therapeutic exercise. If you're mad about something, go beat on a block of wood with an axe. Okay. So I think it's, let me see here, chickens have a graze area of 7 by 7. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to save this in a way where I can put my compost bins back there. Maybe. I have to see how this pans out. So 7 by 7. Oh yeah, no, don't go down that route. That's not what I'm saying at all. Okay, so I'm going to build that field there. And it is important to build fencing. Actually, it's very important to build fencing around your fields. So let's see here. And let's put up a, no, not the fence. I need the gate. Gotta have the gate. And actually the gate is going to go on this side. And because I'm going to be putting animals in there, I like to just logically put the gates swinging in so that the animals can't push the gates open. Okay, so let's work that out there. And we're going to go ahead and let me see here. Where am I going to put the walls? No, not manage walls. I need to, defenses, palisade. I think this is going to mark, more or less, this will mark the outer boundary of this, at least here, the outer boundary of the settlement. And I'm going to build this road just like that. Go right past here like this. There we go. Alright. Yeah, they do that in wintertime, right? Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to handle that. I've been thinking about it. And because it's going to help with beautification and stuff, especially of the let me see here. That costs gold. Let's halt the construction though, because I don't want to eat up all of my gold just yet. And then amenities and services, let's go ahead and put that school. I'm going to go ahead and put that school right there. And then actually that just works out really nice. This road bumps right up to that. There we go. Are you banner lords or manor lords? And then when the chicken coop gets finished, I'm gonna hopefully turn you on to a little trick. Oh, and that's another thing. That's another thing actually that's really important to do here. Take this into consideration. You build your arborist, and then behind it you stack 2 chicken coops, and then you got a nice little farming settlement kind of thing. Yeah, no, Manor Lords, I was considering doing a comparison between those two, so maybe my next run will be with Manor Lords. It's a little different. The housing plots and stuff can be, they're certainly a lot more organic. And then there's Foundation actually was another really cool builder. Maybe I'll run some series on those. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Manor Lords I thought was really cool. But I don't know. This I think has a little bit more flexibility in what you can do building wise. So there again, that's kind of why I would like to do a sort of a comparison between the two. Okay, so my compost yard, resources, compost. Oh, and I do not actually want to do that specifically. Actually, it's a 4 wide. Huh. 3 new villagers immigrated. Good. That's going to add to the labor pool. Okay, so we are busy erecting some palisades. And there again, a lot of these buildings are gonna find themselves in a different location, I do believe. Like if I find a good dense patch of woods, I'm gonna consider that for a labor camp. And the labor camps are nice down the road because then you can get into that nice, wonderful, sustainable wood cutting kind of stuff. We all like to talk about sustainability, don't we? And maybe we can play that a little bit here. I'm gonna build some good sustainable farming. Okay, so the chicken coop is done. I'm going to go ahead and pause production. However, let's relocate this building. Actually, I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to butt that flush right up against that back there. Uh-huh. Okay, time to open up construction on this compost heap, too. Not that kind of a labor camp. It's a work camp. It's right there. It's a work camp. To set people out at a distance to mine stone and chop trees and stuff like that. I need to set the grazing. Yeah, well, I can't do it until it's been relocated. So let's go ahead and prioritize that, and we're gonna go ahead and get that out there in a hurry. Did we say death camps? We meant happy camps. Oh boy. South Park, anyone? I know, I'm referencing 90s cartoons hard with this, aren't I? Anyway. Alright, so we've got us some palisades that are starting anyway. Oh no, that's right, the schoolhouse needs clay. Bah! Oh, gotta have a wagon shop in order to open up your mines. Well, okay, let's build a wagon shop down. I'm gonna move this stupid thing over here. I don't even know what that's for. Can you do it? Does anybody know what to do with that goofy thing? Alright, let's go ahead and put a wagon shop in. New merchant has arrived. Okay, what does he have? Please tell me he has some chickens. Oh, I love chickens. Are they original recipe or extra crispy? Weapons. I could pawn off a little stone, but he's undercharging for that. I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't put anything on there yet, so... Oh god, I do need clay. I need clay real bad. Because the arborist steel... It's actually really nice. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and nix that, and then we'll put that right there like that. And they have to chop trees and get the stone out of the way in order to build that road. Maybe what'll happen is these storage buildings will be relocated as well, and then I don't know, I can jimmy this stuff around. So like, excuse me, the nice thing is that you can pack buildings up and relocate them. Uh-oh. We got problems. Oh boy. Yeah, we got real problems coming up the road. Oh no. No, I didn't get the barracks up in time. 250 gold, and I don't have enough gold for it. Oh god. This might not go over so well, guys. Normally I'm ahead of my game a little bit better here. Oh, that's good. There's a 10,000 sand pit right there. Oh, that is just lovely. Yep, the village is being raided. Oh, well, good grief. It's 4 raiders. It's only 4 raiders. Can we hire, can we get the militia? Where's the militia? Oh, no. Maybe they'll wait over there for a little bit. I don't know. Like I said, this might not go over so good. Yeah, no, here they come. All right, folks. Come on to the town center, folks. Save as many people as we can. Looks like I'm going to be building that. That cemetery a little bit sooner than I had originally intended. You know, and I've never been in this situation actually, so this will be a learning experience for all of us. How well is it going to go over with the villagers hiding in the hunkering down in the town center when these guys show up? I mean, thankfully they're kind of scrubs. Their armor is 2, their damage is 28. All right, people, come on, people. Go to work. Go to work, my villagers. Oh, there they go. Ha! There we go. Mess them up. Mess them up. Wow. That actually went surprisingly well. Man. And here I was stressing about not a whole lot. We're ahead of schedule, or I'm behind on my constructions. I hope it's not the latter of the two. Oh wow! Wait, there's an infinite clay mine there, but you can't get an infinite clay until you're a much higher tier. Actually, until you're maxed out on tier. Your town center has to be level 4 before you can build the deep mines. Okay, so we successfully repelled some raiders. Okay, let's go ahead and prioritize this field because we really need to start getting that going like now. Like last year we needed to get that up actually. This is a good dense forest, full of maple trees and oak trees. Reminds me of that Rush song, actually. So the maples formed a union and demanded equal rights. The oaks are just too greedy. We will make them give us light. And now there's no more oak oppression, for they passed a noble law, and the trees are all kept equal by hatchet, axe, and saw. No, I'm not going to sing it because Getty is very hard to sing to. You know, I follow Brother Monroe too. Actually, he's probably, I could credit him as being the guy that really got me into Dreadnoughts in the first place. Dreadnought Improvement Project. Yeah, because I know when I first saw Dreadnoughts, I was like, man, that game would be really cool. And I don't know. I know I've heard him speak of it a time or two. You know, I don't generally mod too much. I mean, I know in DayZ I was getting into where I was playing some of the mods, but okay, so since I got that chicken coop built, I'm going to go ahead and put that road there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another chicken coop right there. You know, I really need to keep in mind that I can do this. I got so used. I guess I don't know. Old habits and all, man. It's old games. You couldn't rotate the map like that. Older games, very very old games actually. So I got used to playing with one view. Yeah, though, you know, in Dreadnoughts things behave. I mean, they do a pretty good job. But yeah, I understand. It's you know, your damage values and your penetrate, everything is more realistic, if we could put it that way. If we might put it that way. So we're cutting trees, we're cutting firewood. We've got no food though is the problem. Where did all the food go? What are my fishermen doing? They're on an indefinite coffee break. That's what they're doing. Play as other nations like how? Come on, man. Who's got the chickens? He's got goats, but I don't have any way to house them just yet. Well, yeah. If you could play as Brazil or the Netherlands, I mean, I'd be interested actually in playing as Argentina for some reason. But yeah, it would be cool to play as some of the more minor nations. You know, the Netherlands for a minor nation in the early games, they have colonies all over the place. So yeah, they would be really neat to play as too. They make Spain stronger. Yeah, but by the First World War, really, Spain didn't have much in the way. They were kind of I mean, you know, Spain was in decline as of probably about the 1600s. They started to really fall hard. So, I don't know. I mean, in theory, it sounds great. How much do I have in the way of labor pool? Oh no, and I need to get the medicinal thing going too. Yeah, the medicinal thing needs to be started on. 180 right there. That's probably about the best spot. We'll put that fisherman's hut right there. And the tanner has no water. Great. Resources. Let's put a well right there real quick. Jesus, I need to build the medicine the healer's house. That's it. Thank you. Where do I want to stick that? Uh-oh. We got us a fire. Is that going to interfere with some things? Probably. So, let's take... I need to get clay, man. I'm going to stick the healer right next to the school there. And then for resources, yes, let's go ahead and put this clay pit right there for now. That's 1,600 clay. That's really not enough. But I can build a gold mine. And gold, well, you need a foundry before gold becomes really, really productive. Oh, there's another good clay. Actually, there's 2 good clay deposits right out there, but I'm going to eat up this one first, and then we'll just we'll rebuild. All right, people, come on. There's fires. Put the fires out. Oh God, it's spreading. This is why probably you shouldn't build your houses so close together, but no. Yeah, so it is handy to have wells nearby, like all the time. Yeah, yeah, I know what song you're talking about. Incidentally, does anybody else feel like that song was about gonorrhea? I know, left field. Shame on me. Bad Wolfie. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Oh, man. Well, we seem to be of a similar mindset then. Let's hurry up and get this done. So I don't know. Let's maybe put this on a little bit higher of a speed. I don't like to build the barracks because it's hard to keep a standing army really early, and it becomes annoying when you have to rehire all of your soldiers. So word to the wise, when you're getting into tier 2, the clay mine becomes the important next stepping stone, because your important town buildings like your medicine house and your schools, stuff like that, they all require clay. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, or something like that. Man, I'm doing a really bad job of it today. relocate this building. I think I'm just going to stick it here behind the chicken coop so that it's nice and central to all of our farms. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I'm glad you think it's entertaining. It's part of why I'm here is to entertain. To entertain and to educate. Something along those lines. Go ahead and open up some of these other houses. I know our population cap is at 92 and we're currently at 38, so maybe what I can do is, do I want to put the cemetery inside or outside? I mean, really, do the raiders bother the dead? Maybe. Grave robbers, right? Yeah, the healer's house costs gold. That's true. Technically, you don't get a church, though. You get a temple. But... And the temples do actually provide some really nice nice buffs and stuff like that. So... Those are actually important to get to as well. Now, I need to send a scout. Though it would be better to use horses for that. I don't have horses right now. Yeah, historically it is where they were located, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just build a church and then put like some cemetery. Though down the road you do get the mausoleum, which allows you to drastically expand your church plot or your cemetery storage. And that's kind of my plan. Well, I tend to put the cemetery outside on ground that's kind of not very good. You know, and they'll tend to the dead, and it makes people happy instead of having dead bodies laying around everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I remember old George Carlin making some kind of comment to that effect, right? If we want to be real about recycling, let's dig all these dead bodies up. We need that phosphorus. Okay, so do we want to start farming? It's a morbid way to look at it, and I don't even know that it's morbid. It's just Anyway, here's what I'm going to do first for farming. This is my crop rotation method. Right? You put one farmer on your empty fields that your animals are grazing, and the animals they'll poop it in real nice. Chicken mess, by the way, is really high in nitrogen. Very, very good fertilizer. And you plant the clover, because the clover is a nitrogen fixer, so it puts fertility back into the soil, and then by the time you're ready to plant your actual crops, your soil is good and fertile. And plus the workers, they'll help to remove the rockiness and the weeds and all that other stuff. And yeah. So that's my basic chicken coop layout anyway, is a 7x7 plot, and then you expand the field with another 7x7, and then 2 chicken coops will fertilize both of those, and then you just rotate back and forth. Real simple, real straightforward, I think. At least that's what I found it to do. The cemetery, on the other hand, where do I want to stick that goofy cemetery?